Now we sit on all these really complex tools, and really we stand on the shoulders of people like you, right, who were innovating back in a day where we did not have the complexity of tools or things. And it's easy to take those things for granted now because so much can just run in the background. And you know, so I think it's fascinating to hear these really, like these MacGyver ways that you figured out how to fix these. Well, you're like the original PCB Design MacGyver dude.
So one other quick story. It goes right to that about the tools and the software simulations and things. And it's the day I knew I was working in the right place. And this isn't my story. This is actually the chip designer stories for the TED, for that thing I showed you. They had design rule checks when they laid out ICs that told them if two things got too close to each other. But they didn't have an electrical rule check to tell them if it's supposed to be shorted together or not. So they turned a corner. They had like A7, A8, and A9 cut right across the other two address lines. It shorted them out. And they had no way to do that, check that, unless they hand looked at every plot of every layer of what made up an integrated circuit. Well, they meanwhile cost $250,000 to do another run.
Wow.
So what they did, I'm in the hardware lab, and the guy goes, okay, turn on the microscope light. Okay, turn it off. Good, we're in NTSC mode. And I turn and I look and I'm like, did you just flip the status of a register with photons while looking at it under the microscope? And he goes, yeah. Mm-hmm. And he go back. I'm like, oh, I am in the right place. Oh, this is where I want to be.
Super cool, right?
Yeah. And they didn't have the tools that told them if what was on the schematics, what made it onto the chip. It was all hand checked.
That's fun.
So, yeah. And they would spend 5 months, with a ruler, actually, it's called a scale, checking the plot. That's the only way they could do it.